ITR filing every year, and so do I. Even if I have done it like for last 4 years, but still something or the other changes, and you have to again relearn everything from scratch. So I thought, why not just share with everyone whatever I was doing. So here we go. So we are live on all the platforms, and uh, so first of all, I'll try to go full screen for better view if possible. Mm, I forgot the full screen. My computer is slightly struggling to handle the requests, but I think we are back now. Okay, I'll ignore the full screen. You can just follow along whatever I'm doing, and I will withhold some of the confidential information uh, that I cannot be sharing. But other than that, I will try my best to share everything. I hope you are able to listen to me, and let's begin. Start with first. This is the homepage. Go to incometax.gov.in. So if you can't search like that, you can just search for income tax India login, and it should the first result is your result. Okay, so open this page and close this one. So this is the page here. If you already have an account, of course. If not, you'll have to register on the top right hand side corner. I cannot be showing you the register option because I'm already registered. So I'll be showing you from the login details, uh, from the login point onwards. First is enter your user ID. Either you put your PAN, Aadhaar, or if you have any other user ID, for example, the maybe TAN of your company or something like that. But I don't have one, so I'll just do PAN or Aadhaar. So I'll go for PAN. So I'm going to hide this information right now. But once I have logged in, I'll show you the interface again. Okay. And we are logged in, guys. So I'll show the screen. This is how it looks on the home page. It's taking some time to load, so I'll let it load. Now it has loaded, uh, and since I don't have any uh, existing filing, which I have like incomplete filing, so I'll have to start with file now. But even before you do that, first thing is, are you doing a uh, are you doing a mm, let's say, are you filing the return in new tax regime or old tax regime? So if you're doing it in old tax regime, then there is one form which you need to fill, and which I will show you in the next live when I will file my sister's ITR. But right now I'm filing mine. So In your, I'm filing it in new tax regime, so there is no deductions. So we can just straight away go into it. But before that, one thing you need to do is go to e-file option on the top, go to income tax returns, and here you'll have a form 26AS. Okay, this is something you should open. Click the confirm button. This page will open up. Here you have to click the I agree to the usage and acceptance of Form 16 generated by traces. Click proceed. Here you have two clickable buttons. One is click view tax credit and second is click e-verified services. So we'll do the view tax credit. Okay, view or verify tax credit. Here if you go, you can see some details. Here you'll have to select assessment year. So I'll select assessment year is the next year means 24-25 because the financial year is 23-24. And here you can select view as HTML or text, ideally HTML. Once you select view HTML and then you select the view or download button, you will see a list of TDS deducted on your account against your PAN listed in here. This is very important, so please do it. So I'll once again hide the details so I can look at mine. So there you have also, I am not able to show you. Okay, wait, I'll show you. So can you see that there is a button called export as PDF right next to view or download. So if you do that, the entire list of all the TDS deducted and everything would be converted into a PDF and you can reference to that. Uh, Also, ideally, you should also look at the 23-24 means the previous year uh, TDS deducted, because just in case you also want to um, get the, like you probably have forgotten taking some tax credit from the last year, or for, and in such cases you would need to look at the last year's pending tax credit. So if I click view download, the new list of taxes have been here and we can just click export and you would see that the file have been exported. So that is the first thing you got to do before filing tax. Second thing, you go back here, there's a button called AIS. So if you click here, this pop-up will come up, annual information statement. So there will be two statements. One is annual information statement and one is TIS. Okay, I'll show you. If I click here, annual information statement, and the second one TIS is tax information statement. As you can see, yes, AIS instructions, a lot of things: taxpayer information statement, summary, and annual information statement. These two statements can be downloaded from here, this button on the right above. Here you can download the AIS PDF. AIS JSON is not necessary, but taxpayer information statement. These two statements. The password, how to open it, information have been written here in the bottom. So password is first your PAN card ID with small letter PAN card ID, and then followed by your uh, date of birth in the form of, or date, month, year, and the detailed instructions have been written here, so I won't repeat myself. Going back. So now, once you are here, once you have gone through all the three documents, you know the information ITR department has about you. Based on that, you can now start filing your uh, return. Okay. The first thing you have to do is click on file now. Okay. First thing, second is select assessment year. Since we are doing the assessment of this current year, so we'll go ahead with 24-25 current year. And the select mode of filing is online because we are filing online. Select online, and as soon as you select online, you would see this continue button turn blue, means now it is clickable. Before that, it was not clickable. Okay. Now we can click continue. So it says that you do not have any draft because this is the first time I'm starting to file. It's a fresh filing. So to file a fresh income tax return, you can click on this button. So we'll click on this button. Once we are on this page, you can select three options. One is if you are an individual or if you are a Hindu undivided family. And the third one is others, which falls under category of every other being except for individual and HF. I'm an individual, so I'll file individual tax. Now there it says that the ITR department has some information about me based on the amount of based on the type of TDSs and other instructions, other transactional data it has on me. So it says that you must fill ITR 2 or ITR 3 because ITR 1 and ITR 2 is not available to me. So if I try to click ITR 1 or ITR 4, I or any other actually, so I won't be able to fill. So I will have to either fill ITR 2 or ITR 3. I will select ITR 3 because I have majorly business income, but yeah, I'll still select ITR 3 because it helps me to go for presumptive taxation benefit. So I'll just click ITR 3 and I'll go ahead with ITR 3. Presumptive taxation benefit is where you do not have to so it says, please note that new tax regime is the default regime. Kindly compare the tax liability as per new and old tax regime before filing your return of income. So mine is new tax regime undoubtedly because the major deductions which are HRA, which is house rent allowance, leave allowance, and deductions of ATC, ATDD, all of these, I have not invested in any of these in financial products. Neither have I gotten any HRA or LTA from my company. So old tax regime makes no sense for me. So I will just go ahead and click on let's get started because I am okay with the new tax regime. By the way, for people who prefer a dark mode like me, you can click here and go dark. By the way, I prefer this because it I don't know, it just is a better contrast for me to read, but it's personal preference. It says, are you filling the tax return for any of the following reasons? It says, is your taxable income is more than basic exemption limit, which is not. Filing return of income due to fulfilling any of the more, so which is deposited amount is greater than 1 crore, no. Incurred expenditure of amount exaggerated amount 2 lakhs for travel to foreign country for yourself or for any other person. So I have traveled to foreign by the way, but my incurred expenditure uh, was not more than 2 lakhs. So incurred expenditure of amount or aggregated of amount 1 lakh on consumption of electricity during the previous year. No, not really. Are you required to file return as per the conditions prescribed under clause 4 of 7th proviso? I don't understand any of these and I don't know why this is selected. So I'll just click other and move ahead. You can choose to actually read the last clause. I chose not to because it doesn't make any sense for me. But you can choose to read the document. So this is the fresh new format for people who are struggling to understand this black and white theme. Let me go back to the blue and white. So this is the newest look of the ITR filing scenario. At least I have filed ITR 3 mostly, so this is how ITR 3 looks at least. So we get to select, choose, like there are 24 schedules which are selected by default. You can pick and choose which you want to include into your ITR and which you don't want to. So first one is mandatory, so you can't unselect this. The second one is scheduled Portuguese Civil Code. So Portuguese Civil Code is details of income governed by special provisions of Portuguese Civil Code. So that is not applicable to me. So it is unselected and I'll keep it unselected. Moving ahead, if I go to income section, it says schedule of salary, details of salary income. And then we have schedule of house property, details of house property owned or co-owned. So I don't own a house property. Schedule capital gains. So I don't have capital asset gain. Okay, I'll keep that just in case something pops up because I do deal in mutual funds. It could be maybe short term, some capital gains are there. Schedule 112, details of long-term capital gains on sale of specified securities covered under Section 112A. So I haven't sold any long-term products as far as I can remember. Here we have long-term capital gain of sales of specific securities covered under section whatever. So this is select only if you are foreign institutional investor. So I am not. Then we have income from transfer of virtual digital goods assets. I think has to be NFT and products similar to those or something else. I don't know, but not applicable for me. Schedule other sources of income, which is interest, dividend, or any special other income. I think this should be there because a lot of people, if you have fixed deposits or even your money is lying around in your bank, so all those incomes are under other sources of income. Okay, schedule income of specified person, club for income. So this details of income to be clubbed. Example, income of a minor child. So if you have a minor child, then that person's income is under you, right? Because that person is not adult yet. I don't have any, so that is not applicable yet. Schedule income taxable at special rates. Details of income which is taxed at special rates. Even this is not applicable for me, so I'll just try to get rid of it, but I can't. So this you can see I'm trying to uncheck this box, but it is not working. So you will have to fill this form, uh, irrespective of the fact that it's like applicable to you or not. Then we have schedule income from partnership firms. So ideally, I'll ignore this, but I'll just check to see if ITR department have any information about me related to partnership firms or anything like that. But I think it won't be as such. Let's see. Then we have schedule exempt income, details of exempt income. So I don't have any exempt income. I don't get any kind of exemptions. And then we have pass-through income. It is details of income or investments in pass-through trusts or funds. No. Scheduled income from outside India and tax relief. So details of income accruing or rising outside India. I'll select this just to see if it has some information about me. And scheduled income summary of tax relief. Details of foreign tax credit on doubly taxed income. I think these are all okay. And mm, I don't have a salary in that sense. Like it's not a uh, fixed monthly salary. It's performance based. So I don't think salary should be a category for me. So moving on, we have the business category where we have scheduled nature of business, details of nature of business or profession. So we can try to unselect as many as possible by first clicking here. It will select all the options. If we unselect it again, we click it again, it will unselect some of them. Yes, it have now the means now it means that the six forms are mandatory. So these forms are mandatory. You can't get rid of them. This is something which now you can consider, like schedule other information for business, detail of specific information relating to business or profession. I don't know. So this is mandatory if liable for audit under section 44 AB. I am not liable for audit because like my structure is such. Schedule quantitative. If you are liable for audit, then you must click on this button. By the way, schedule quantitative details, details of stock in the business. Same thing. If you are liable, this is mandatory. Then we have schedule income from business or profession. Schedule expenditure on scientific research. I don't have a recent thing. Schedule CDS, details of effect of income computation disclosure standards on profit. Schedule GST. I do not have GST registered yet. So we can go ahead and click on the depreciation button. Now, I do have a lot of depreciations in one way, but it is not applicable because I will be filing that in normal way as a profit and loss statement. So it doesn't really apply for me per se. But if you have a business where you have assets like your computer, your machines, etc., you can just claim a depreciation against those assets. Like right now, I have a computer I'm making this video on, and a lot of the business I do requires my computer, so I can easily claim some like 30% or 40% depreciation, whatever the standard rate is, on my computer, and yeah, write it off against my profit, or calculating the turnover and profit of my annual income, whatever. So I'm trying not to include those things, but you can. Mm, um, Coming to deductions, I don't think I have any deductions, but let's see. It says schedule deduction under chapter 6A, which is ATC, ATCCD. So no, this is applicable uh, if you are filing the tax in old tax regime. Then we go to the tax section where we have schedule computation of income, which is mandatory, schedule computation of tax is mandatory, schedule details of tax payment, details of advanced tax, which I do have. So a lot of TDS have been deducted. So we have tax deducted at source, tax collected at source. I don't have ESOP, so I'll leave that. With the other section, we have current year loss. This can I unselect any of them? Let's see. So I select all of them. If I try to unselect, I'll have to fill the five forms, basic forms, and then we have scheduled foreign assets, so applicable for residents and ordinary residents. So I don't have foreign assets as such. Schedule assets and liabilities, details of assets and liabilities if total income is more than 50. So my total income is not more than 50 lakhs. So this is good. This is all. So we in now are selected with uh, 6 6 12 and 12 one is 6 18, so 24 23. So we have total 23 schedules are selected. So I think I'll go with that. Um, yeah. So now we can click on the continue button below. It says disclaimer. It may please be noted that schedules and other components in this facility are enabled, disabled based on information provided by the taxpayers. Other schedules are not enabled for the given information. It is hereby requested to ensure that information provided is true, complete, and accurate. The taxpayers are free to choose any additional schedules as may be applicable to them, which I personally have done. I have selected additional schedules. So we have 23 schedules. Then it says that you can answer few questions which will help you fill the schedules. So I personally just skip the uh, questioning, the questionnaire, but you can do that because it will help you fill the ITR faster. I prefer to do it from scratch because I have seen it screw up a lot of things. So I'll just skip this. But you should or you can choose to continue. Now this is how it looks. The main ITR filing means page. We have three major buttons. One is validate return, the second one is confirm your return, and then we have verify. So basically, validate return is kind of validating all the information that ITR department have about you. So it says once again. So if we keep going, clicking and checking on the information right here, we'll say some information or the other is available with the ITR department. Some of the information are not available. So the information that are available, it should be verified, and the information that is not available should be you should be sharing those information with the IT department. Like for example, you have earned more money than the IT department knows. For almost all the time that will happen most of the time. So you should definitely let IT department know that here in the uh, profit and loss statement, if you are a business or if you have salary income here, you can include income from salary, and you should include that information if IT department doesn't have that information with them. So in my case, I'll exactly do that. And once you have done that, once you do one of the column, for example, uh, let me try to show you something. I'm trying to show you as much as possible without sharing confidential data, which is what making it a little difficult. So let me hide a little information and let me try if I can show you anything uh, going ahead. Okay, I'm hiding the screen for a few minutes, but my audio will be live. So my audio is still there. So the first section is general. So if I click on the provide your confirmation, it says Mm, it is loading. Okay, we are on the first page. It has your PAN information. It has the date of birth, Aadhaar, and then you have this is a column where you can choose the date of commencement of business. Then we have a contact section where there's address, phone number, your email. Then we have a filing section where it says uh, due date for filing return, and we are doing it before 31st July, so we'll have to select 31st July. Have you exercised the option of under section 115 BAC6, which is like opting out of new tax regime? So no, I'm going for new tax regime. Then it says resident status in India for individual. I am a resident. And then conditions for residential status is I have been in India for 182 days or more. So now, do you want to claim the benefit under section 115H? It says no. Are you governed by Portuguese Civil Code? No. Whether SSC has International Financial Services Center and derive income solely in convertible foreign exchange? No. Whether you are FPI? I don't think so. Legal identity number, something. If your refund is more than 50 crores, then you'll have to share your legal entity identifier. Then we have details of representative SSC. Whether this return is being filed by a representative SSC? No, I am filing it myself. Whether you are director in a company at any time during the previous year? No, I was not a director. Details of firm, if applicable. Whether you are were a partner in a firm? I don't think so. Details of unlisted equity shares? No. Going ahead. Now we have the filing section has been done. We'll go for audit. Are you liable to maintain accounts as per section 44A? So it's a very interesting thing. Let me show you. There's a portal where you can. Okay, let me show you the screen. So as you can see, it says audit information and says are you liable to maintain accounts as per 44 section 44A. So what I have found is, let's say if you are struggling to understand a statement, which I have multiple times, like here I do not know what is the section 144A, sorry 44A is. So am I liable for audit, am I not? So the simplest thing to do is uh, wait, yeah, so go to Google and say section 44A ITR. What this will open up is there's a income tax department page where they have all the sections, not just one, not this one. I was going through that in the morning. I'll try my best to show you that because there's a particular page on ITR website where they have listed all the sections. You can just go through each of them and decide if any all of them are applicable or any of them are applicable or not. Okay, my computer is struggling now. Uh, I'll close some of the tabs to ensure that. So basically, I tried to show you, but I can't because my computer was almost about to die. It probably would have stopped the stream altogether. And so this is you'll have to just believe me that I'm not liable, but there is a portal. I'll try my best if I can show you because there are a lot of sections which won't you won't understand while filing, and this is where you go and find about it. But right now I can't file about it. So whether SSA is declaring income only under sections? No. Whether during the year total sales or anything is between 1 crore or 10 crore. So it says no turnover does not exceed 1 crore, no turnover doesn't exceed crore, or yes. So it's no. I liable for audit under section 44AB? No. Liable for audit 92E? No. If liable to furnish any audit reports? No. If liable to audit under any act other than Income Tax Act? No. We'll just save this, and then we have the bank details. The bank details are already provided, but if you don't have the bank details, so you must, because that is exactly where you get your refund of the TDS and other deductions that you have done. So I'll just hide the screen once again and check if my blank details are correct. Yes, I have two banks attached and all the bank details are correct. By the way, the ITR uh, site is always is slightly buggy. Okay, and also a lot of people are trying to file the ITR right now. So what happens is, if you have noticed, there's a small green check confirmed written right next to the first part of general. This is exactly what happens when you open each of the provider confirmation, open each of the page that's here, which is basically schedules. And from there, once you verify all the information and if it's correct or not, if you have something to declare more, you can do that. Once you have done that, once you come back and save it, this small green tick and a confirmed will be shown next to it. So going ahead, we have to fill all of these one by one. If you are a business, it's more tedious. So yeah, if you are salaried, it's pretty straightforward. If you look at your income, your salary slip and all. But if you are not salaried, then it's a lot more tedious. Uh, Once again, I'm gonna hide my screen and we will go ahead and do the nature of business section. Okay. So as usual, click on the provide your confirmation on the right. From there, it will take 100 years to open, but it will open. And there you have this page. I can show you. Wait, I'll show you. So this is the page, and it says nature of business other than those declaring income under section 44AD, ADA, and 44A. So, so all you have to do is select the nature of business that you have. That's it. So you don't have to be exact. I initially, when I used to fill ITR, I would think that there is probably a penalty or something if you are not giving the right code for the nature of business, but there is nothing like that. You will have to make sure that it is as close as possible to the nature of your business. There is no right or wrong, but ideally it shouldn't be something like uh, if you have a, let's say, steel plantation, you shouldn't be selecting growing and manufacturing of tea. Okay, so if you have maybe a tea wholesaler, then you don't say you are growing and manufacturing tea, you are a wholesaler. So that's what it is. So I will try to put a I will try to find something. License, contract. Um, don't try to go through all the list of businesses because it will take you forever. They have too many of them here. Always a good idea to just select. If you are on, if you are a service business, just type service, and here you can see some kind of services. They also have IT services as far as I remember. Basic telecom, yeah, other IT enabled services. They have pet services, healthcare services, etc. Mine is not service, but I'm trying to find the right category. Um, it is, it says database activities and distribution of electronic content. It kind of is distribution of electronic content. Is it database activities? I don't know. Uh, let's say if I type online, there is nothing. Uh, intellectual, it's not intellectual property, so license is uh, royalty, let's say. No. So I'll just go for the electronic content form. That's the closest I can think for a business. And there's a description folder where you can describe your business. So the ideally it's better to describe. So I'll just say the description of business, uh, podcast licensed to Spotify AB uh, in exchange for exclusivity. That's what it is. This is not a mandatory form, by the way, but I just prefer. I thought it's better to just explain what it really is. That's the business I'm in. Um, I think that should be enough. But let me look at one of the document that I had downloaded just a few minutes ago. This is exactly where you open up the TIS and the AIS forms. So if you go for the TIS form, I know you can't see it, but I can't show you it either. Yeah. So I have income from savings bank, deposit, income from other category. Then we have a rented income. We have mutual fund sales. Then there is business receipt, and then we have receipt on transfer of virtual digital assets. This is, I don't know why it says one rupee, and then we have purchase of securities and units of mutual funds. Okay. So from deposit we have various banks saying they have paid me money because of deposits. Then we have interest income. Okay. These are interest on securities. These are interest on savings. Um, Section 193 SFT 016. We have rent on plant and machinery. That is section 194A. Then we have mutual funds, sale of unit. Then we have receipt of fees for professional or technical services. Then we have receipt on virtual digital asset. I think this is very funny. Probably this company have just put 1 rupee on in my account to check if my bank account details were correct, and that was also have been reported as income. Mm, We have purchase of mutual fund again. My purchase of mutual fund is way higher than the sale of mutual fund, and yeah, that's it. I think yeah, that's it. So those are the incomes. So if I really look at it, we have mutual fund, business income. Oh, I also have one more business. So I'll have to put another column here. We'll have to add one more business. So let me just check if once again. This is where the things get really difficult. It says like you would see these YouTubers saying that you can file ITR in 10 minutes, which is bullshit. You need time. Because if you do anything incorrect, you'll get a notice and then things won't be really good for you. So we have two business incomes I forgot. One is for a contract and one is for professional or technical services. So can I add a professional or technical thing? Wait, let me show you the screen now. If I write professional, other professional services is a category, and we have technical. Okay, this is not the correct category, but we have a professional, other professional services. So we have legal, medical, accounting, and other professional services. NEC. So I'll skip that. I think I'm gonna go with what I previously said. And my second, if I say contract, it will give me other kind of things. If I say service, uh, we have forestry, logging, marine, oil, real estate, hospitality, transport, value added, post telecommunication, foreign finance, IT enabled services is probably the most fit for me. Other professional services, independent ambulance, social community, other services. Other services could be part, but I think mm, um, let's go for other IT enabled services. And I can describe it content uh, creation on contractual basis um, for third party companies. No, this is incorrect. Uh, Fine, that's it. So these are the two kinds of businesses I have. confirm, and once I click confirm, you will see the green checkbox. It will take some time, by the way, because IT website is slightly buggy, slow, but it works. You'll have to have very huge amount of patience with it. You'll have to have patience. It's not fast. Having patience. See the amount of loading time it is taking. Well, it's just normal. Everyone is filing tax right now, so that's even for that reason. So now you would see two confirmed checks, one after general and the second one after nature of business. Now we have to do the balance sheet as on 31st day of March and closure of business. So once again, I'll hide the details for a few minutes, but my audio will be available. If I click on the balance sheet part A, we have sources of funds, we have application of funds, and we have number uh, account cases. So in case whether regular books of where regular books of account of business or profession are not maintained, it is not maintained. So we have amount of sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is basically people who you owe money, uh, and sundry creditors are people who owe you money. And then you have um, amount of stock trade in. We don't have amount of cash balances. We had some cash balance for sure. Let me check. And we click the save button. Now we have the third one done. Let me show you. So now it is loading, but the third one is done. So the third one is now done. Moving ahead, we are to look at the manufacturing account, which is the regular books of account. I don't have any, so I'll just show you easily. I do not maintain books of account. We have opening raw stock, opening stock of work in progress, direct expenses, factory overheads, closing stock, and all. I don't maintain nothing, so I'll just click save. Purchases, direct wages, no, none. I don't have such big business. It's just me. It is still business income. We'll wait again for the website to confirm. Hmm. So now it has confirmed the manufacturing account. We have trading account. So I don't think there should be anything in trading account as well. It should be zero. We don't have any finished goods or any of that sort. So just confirm. It is zero. And now we have the trading gone done. Now we are going to the serious things like profit and loss. So I will hide the information a little, but you can listen to my audio again. So inside profit and loss, let me open it up. We have credits to profit and loss, debits to profit and loss, net profit before taxes, provisions of tax appropriation, balance carried, and all that. You can directly go to the presumptive tax and do presumptive income from business under section 44 AD. You can do that, but I will come back to it later after I fill some other sources of income first. It's easier to calculate that way. So I open the other source of income. Let's open the other source of income. Yes, in the other source of income, we have a lot of things. We have interest. We have interest from banks, income tax refund from saving bank, and a total of something. Then we have rental income from this. Uh, yeah, and that's it. So if I look at the income information available with ITR department, so it has done the this one from saving bank deposit and this. So if I let me do a short calculation. One thing I can see is it has accounted for the uh, it has accounted for the rental income correctly, and the second is yes the income from others, and we have income from uh, deposit and from savings, and there's also tax refund. What is missing is income from mutual fund, business receipts, and mutual funds again. So mutual funds and business receipts is what's missing. So this is perfectly correct. Um, I'll just click confirm. I did click confirm, but I think there's one thing which I did miss. But I'll have to go back again to confirm the type of income, like the category information about accrual receipt of income from other sources. Oh, it's fine. Let me check. If you have racing or maintaining horses, no. Uh, Debit deductible, no. Special rates, no. I don't have no deductions. I think it's correct, more or less. It's it's correct. There is no problem with it. So now there we have computation of business income from business or profession. Dividend income. I don't have no dividend income. I don't have any. I directly invest in mutual funds, so it reinvests my dividends into the funds, right? So yeah, this part is done. Most of it is done, but yeah, it's a painful process for sure. Yeah, now we have a lot of confirmed ticks all across. The profit and loss is left. Capital gain, asset transferred, there is none, so I can just show you it's zero. So please see the type of capital asset sold by you in order to continue. Land, building, slump, equity share or unit of equity oriented mutual fund or unit of a business trust on which STT is paid under section this. I think there are unit of equity oriented mutual fund. So I think this applies to me, kind of. And um, yeah, that's it. But let's see. If it automatically populates, that would be better. If not, we have total short. We have equity share, mutual fund units, and then ESOP. Go below. Claimed against capital gains. No, this column right here. I do have sold some mutual funds. Full value in consideration. Um, Very small amount of 1458. Show you. And I don't know all of these values because it's not long term, so we don't have indexation and other benefits. We have total short-term capital gain of 1458. 1458 is not a gain. 1458 is the total amount of money I got from selling it. Let me confirm it a little further. Full value of consideration is this. Yes. Most of it is done. No, still a lot left. These are just declarations, but which won't make no sense. So this says equity share of company, fund, or business trust in which ST is paid on section. This is no. Current year loss. Let me check. Now we have a lot of losses which we have done. Short-term capital gain tax at 15%. Income of current year. That is the total value of the sale, though. But I'll see. Net income from other sources is this. Yes, it's fine. After set-off brought forward losses of earlier years, there's none. You can avoid these forms, by the way, when you are starting to file. There are schedules. Those schedules, if there are some schedules which you can avoid, please do avoid because it is just tedious. It doesn't apply to you, just like mine. If it applies to you, for sure, you do need to fill them. I think I'll just finish the filing the profit and loss presumptive taxation of my businesses. Yeah, I'll hide my screen for a while and finish that first. We are in profit and loss and the presumptive income. Total presumptive income I have is, I'll have to calculate. Yeah. Hmm. So a lot of the forms are now confirmed. If you're a partner, I was not a partner, but I'll have to click and confirm. Remember, you don't have to do all of these schedules if it doesn't apply to you. For me as well, it does not apply to me, but I am still filling these forms because I have selected them in the initial stage of the schedules pages, the first page, as I've showed you earlier. It is taking forever to load, as usual. I have not paid any taxes outside India, so we have computation of table income. I'll click this and I'll hide the screen. Has been done. We are back with most of it completed. But now we have a very important section which is taxes paid. Because this is where you claim the refunds. So now we are on the very last page where we have a summary of We have filed the tax. I am trying to show you, but there is just too much sensitive information around, so I'm trying my best to show whatever I can. Right now, I'm just confirming my entire file tax with all the sections. We find tan. Let me check. Okay, acha, acha. Okay, got it. This is business and profession. Yes. There is one more left, but I think can't see that. See, this is one of the bugs of ITR. As I've said, they have too many bugs. So now, if I try to click the provide your confirmation button, it is not clickable. None of the buttons above are clickable. So what do you do right here? So open up a random page. You just have to keep immense patience with a website like this. It works, but it takes forever. Hopefully, I think now all the informations are clearly submitted. We'll still have to see if there is any error. Yes, now the validations are correct, and we are one step away from validating the return. So the best way is obviously if you have your Aadhaar number linked to your mobile number, go through that so that it's just instant. Else there are other ways as well. but this is what is preferred. You can other way is like you can do it through net banking or bank account, etc. So now it says you have successfully filed and verified your return, and we will notify you on your email, phone number, and there's a ITR number generated as well. That's it. So now if you go back to the home page, this is how it looks. The ITR status have been submitted, and if I go and click on the view ITR status, it will say filed successfully. That's it. तो अभी हम लोग फाइल करेंगे. वी आर गोना फाइल द ITR 1 for a salaried individual. Hope you are able to see my screen. थोड़ा सा मैं चेक कर लूँ. वेट. Yeah, also. So, ITR 1 filing for a salaried, and we are going to do it in old tax regime. बहुत ज़्यादा difficult नहीं होगा, बहुत easy होगा. अभी अभी मैंने दो बिजनेस और सैलरी का मिक्सचर जो इंडिविजुअल्स होते हैं उनका किया है. इट वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. दिस वन इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी इजी, provided you have the structure of the basic salary that you have got throughout the year. वो आपको एम्प्लॉयर से मिल जाएगा. इट्स pretty simple and straightforward. So first we'll click file now. ऑफ कोर्स आपको थोड़ा सा ये देख लेना है वो ई फाइल्स पे जाके इनकम टैक्स, एंड फ्रॉम हियर यू कैन चेक फॉर्म 26AS. यू क्लिक इन हियर, take you to this second web page where you can select I agree, and here it says click view tax credit form 26AS, and click on this one. यहाँ पे you have to click assessment year 24-25, and here you can select HTML. And now if you click here you will see the other details that you need to see. Okay, like the tax deducted at source, TDS, TDS. And apart from that you can also select AIS. AIS पे आपको annual income statement और एक tax taxable in taxable income summary. Yes, ये दो documents आपको मिलेंगे. You can look through that as well. I am not in need for these for this individual particularly because यहाँ पे बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. कोई भी अपार्ट फ्रॉम वन TDS which is the basic advance tax payment, और कोई भी पेमेंट है नहीं. It's pretty clear, pretty simple. So we are going to file the tax on online mode. Literally very straightforward. We don't have any draft, so we are going to start a new filing. Individual has been selected. Continue. We are going to select ITR 1. For individuals resident other than not ordinary resident have total income of 50 lakh,
having income from salaries, one house property, other sources, and agricultural income up to 55,000. So this is the criteria, and it falls under it. So we are going to proceed with ITR 1. So here once again it says, please note that new tax regime is the default regime. Kindly compare the tax liability as per new and the old tax regime before filing. And these are the deductions which are not available under new tax. So we are going to fill this under old tax regime, and for that we only have to select one simple option differently. Apart from that, everything else is the same. So why are you filing? So is your taxable income more than the basic exemption? Filing because mentioned criteria. This uh, first question is actually making no sense in all the form, but they for some reason they asked it. I don't know why. I can click that like taxable income is more than the basic exemption, but I'll just click other and move on. They can figure it out why the reason is. So once again, we are here. In this case, you would see that if you have followed on the ITR 3 last video that I have done, there were a lot of schedules that we have to select. There were a lot of assessment questions through which we have to go through, or we choose to go through to get which assessments we have to file. So it was very, very complicated. This is pretty simple right here. So I will now hide the details from now on because this is confidential. But yeah, basically pretty simple. It has all the details of the customer, Aadhaar number, PAN, name, date of birth, address, phone number, nature of employment. All the things are already pre-filled because this is not the first time we are filing tax for this person. You wish to exercise the option under this of opting out of your income and tax shall be. So this is the question where it changes. So let me show you once on the very first profile page, basically general information page. Here we have the main question, which is, do you wish to exercise the option under section 115 BAC of 6 of opting out of new tax regime? So if you say yes, then you are on. By selecting this option, your income and tax compulsion shall be as per old tax. And if you say no, then it is under new tax. So we are going to select old because we are prepared for that only. And yes, that's it. That's pretty much it, and we are done with this one. So our first section is done. The second section has some sensitive information, which confidential information. So I will hide and fill this. Now we have a lot of yeah. I can show you this one by the way. Wait, I'll show you. This is the if you have filed old tax regime taxes in the past, you would see that this is a very common site. You get to see select the salary exemptions that you are going to get, like that you want to avail. So first one is, are you eligible to claim exemption in result of expenditure incurred or cost of travel maintenance? No. If you have such expenditures which you are allowed to exempt from your employer, then please select yes. Are you eligible to claim exemption in respect of special compensatory allowances, children allowances, hostel? No. Are you eligible to claim exemption in respect of house rent allowance? Yes. And the provide the amount which I'm not going to show you. Then are you eligible to claim exemption in respect of leave travel allowance? No. uh, any other exemption from salary income. Uh, if I say yes, then it has to be 10C, uh, allowance prerequisite, death come, earned leave, computed value of pension received. So I don't think none, any of these are applicable for the person in question right now. So we are just going to provide the amount to be claimed. Also, there's a formula for this HRA which has to be followed. You just can't put the entire amount that you get in your salary component, the HRA. There is a formula which you have to calculate. I have the formulas and everything worked out, so I'll just copy and paste and we are done. We did this entire work around in February 10th. So all the calculations are worked out. All I have to do is just fill the information, and we'll be done for this year. So I'm going to hide uh, this information for now. Um, Now I'm looking up into my employer's data to figure out what is exactly the exempted HRA which I have filed for. Yes, this is the yes. We have yes, I have seen it. Now the second page is our income from salary page, and I once again cannot show you the page, uh, but just to let you know, the calculations are all messed up and it's all wrong. So we have to fix it. Okay. So I was telling you now about this AIS. So I right now am in need of downloading this AIS. What happens is if you go on the page on the ITR page, here you have an option around on this menu bar. You will have an option of AIS. Uh, Upon clicking, you will land up on this page. Here on the top right corner, you will have a download button. So we need the AIS and the TIS. The password of it is the password information is here. It has to be the PAN card of the person in small case followed by the date of birth of the person in the date, month, year format. That's the password. So now I will have to look into those documents. So I will have to hide the screen one more time. First, I'll look through the AIS, and this is yes, we are in, and yeah, we have a annual income TDS information. We have information about bank deposit amount, interest from saving banks. We have interest from deposits, purchase of securities, units of mutual funds. We don't have any sales, so it's just purchase. Uh, okay, it's just all wrong for some reason, or in ways only they will understand because it's a little like I'm saying it as someone who have filed it twice, but whatever. Data is incorrect, so we'll just go and fix the data in the income from salary section. Hence, so it says as per section 17(1) AIS. That's fine. Very fine. Professional. We also have a professional tax, so that part is missing. Professional tax is okay. 310. Okay. There is no income from house property. Income from other sources have been added. Interest from deposit of bank. Interest from saving bank account. Yes. There is no other income, exempt income. Is there any exempt income? Agriculture. Uh, no, there is no agriculture income. We have finished the second section. Now we are going to do the tax, total tax. Are you eligible? So let me show you the screen again. The tax section is, so we have filled the salary part, like income part. Now we are on the deductions. So are you eligible to claim a deduction for donations? No. Eligible to deductions on ATG for contribution made to political party? No. Are you eligible to claim a deduction on ATU for disability? No. Are you eligible to claim a deduction 80% disability? No. Are you claim a deduction for donation paid to scientific research? No. Are you eligible to claim deduction under 80GG, which is the house rent? If you do not receive house rent allowance, you may claim. So, no, we do receive house rent allowance. So, as per the information available in the department, you have made payment towards employee's share of provident fund and all. Yes, yes. So, please provide the amount we claimed under section 80C. So, we are claiming the entire 1,50,000, which is the maximum. Are you eligible to claim deduction under contribution towards pension scheme of central government by employee? 80 CCD, I think it was 80 CCD 1 or 2. Was it 80 CCD 2? Let me check. It is ATCCD 1B, है ना? So I will claim deduction under section ATCCD. Actually, let me check the ATCCD 2 because as far as I remember, it has to be ATCCD 1. So this is the form which I was trying to find last time, but I couldn't. So here you can just search the section and it should open up. Yes. So ATCCD 1, we have ATCCD 1A, 1B, and then we have ATCCD 2. Makes any contribution. So here the ATCCD 2 is when the employer contributes to the NPS scheme on behalf of the individual who is salaried. In our case, that is not the case. So we are not. Are you eligible to claim reductions under Section 80CC2 contribution to pension scheme of central government by employer? No. So are you eligible to claim deduction in respect of payment towards medical insurance premium and or preventive health checkup and medical expenditure for specified individual? Yes. Yes, we'll file them. We have medical insurance premium. As per information available with department, you have made payment towards interest on loan taken for higher education for self and relative. No, no, there. I don't know what information you have, but there was no payment towards interest uh, on loan. No, there was no. Are you able to claim reduction in respect of interest on saving banks account? Yes. Interest on saving banks account. There was some interest. Are you able to claim any other deduction? So if I go here, we'll have contribution to pension scheme of central government 80CCD 1B. That is exactly the pension scheme I am talking about. So let me again look at it once more. We have we have under section 80CCD 1B for NPS scheme we have 50. So it is 1B. So 1B may the maximum we can do is 50,000. We have gotten 15,000 here. I don't care. This problem is every year this happens. Like if I select this and put if I don't select this, if I put here, okay, I'll just put this here. Every year, this is the problem with the government jobs. People don't do their work correctly. I just uh, screenshot this and send it to my sister later. We have ATEE interest on loan taken for residential house property. No. So we have uh, I don't. What these informations are so incorrect. Uh, no electric vehicle. We don't have electric vehicle. What the hell? Okay, whatever. We have a deduction of 80 ccd 1b. We have a warning here that the total of chapter 6 deduction entirety is more than deduction details provided by the employer. Please re-verify. I don't care. They can do it wrong. They have done it wrong. Health insurance premium. Oh, yeah. Yes, we have some health insurance premium. Whether you or any of your family member is a, excluding parents, is a senior citizen. No. Self and family health insurance, preventive health checkup, and then we have this. Okay. We'll fill this. Once again, I'm closing this because it's a confidential information. We are going here. 7, 8. Okay. We have filed all the. We also have to do the interest on saving goals. So we received some interest on saving banks. Um, interest from saving bank was, yes. So we have to do a calculation. Donation to certain funds citable no. Certain scientific donation contribution to pension scheme of central government A602 by employer haven't been done. We did it. So yeah, that is the total amount. Now we can go ahead. So deduction. Now we are looking at the total tax paid, which is perfectly correct. That's exactly the amount of tax which has been paid. And apart from that, we have a tax liability of doing everything, we have already paid like 15,000 rupees of tax, and we still have to pay 4,080 rupees tax. So yeah, that's the story. We'll make the tax payment now, and later, all you have to do is just uh, e-verify, and we are done. That's it. So I will end the stream right here because there's nothing much from here on. After you pay the amount, you e-verify, and then there's nothing like e-verify is through OTP from the Aadhaar, and that's all. So that's it for the stream today, and hope it was educational. This is very straightforward, but yeah, just fill the information correctly, and do speak with your employer and try to ensure that they fill the correct information to the department and there is no conflict, right? Like we have.